Hey, it's 91X. Woo! And right here is Dallon of iDKHOW. Man, last time we saw you, we were having the best night of our lives at the Share the Love event.
Yeah, the before times, yeah.
Pre-Age of Rona is how we sometimes refer to it on our show. I mean, my kid, he's 5, and he uses the word COVID, and I just cringe. I'm like, oh, I don't want him to know that word.
Oh, I'm a Rona man.
You say Rona?
Yeah, I'm a Rona.
And people know what you mean when you say that, right? You don't have to explain. And you,
I mean, people of a certain age, I think. You know, after you start getting beyond the mid-50s, it's,
Yes.
Sometimes you just go the vid, the vid.
Oh, vid. That's very millennial.
Yeah. Super abbreviated.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're hired.
Do you have a team that's on pause right now? A lot of people have had to take their creative folks that work with them, their stage crews, their guitar techs, and let them know, hey, we'll get back to you. I mean, how's that working out for you guys?
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of techs just because it's Ryan and I, as the two of us when we're on the road. But as far as the rest of our team on the label side, like, we're busy because we're finally putting music out after waiting forever.
A little bit here and a little bit there, and now the full project is done.
The album's been written for a really long time. It's just we never got to the opportunity to record it until like February, and that's when Rona started showing up in the news, and so we had to mix the record via email, and that was a whole long process. So it's been like delay after delay after delay. It feels great to get it out of my head. It's almost like if you have an overinflated tire on your car and you just start to let some of that air out a little bit.
Did you guys have a moment when it was completed, or were you in different spots when it was all finished? Because
it still doesn't really feel like we're in that completed moment because it's not out yet. So I don't know, maybe after it's actually out into the world, we'll get to have an opportunity to get together and, I don't know, have a toast or do something special.
With the album coming out, there's all these drive-in concerts going on. Do you see iDKHOW doing a drive-in concert, perhaps?
I would love to do one. We were floating the idea of doing a socially distanced concert at a stadium here in Salt Lake City. I don't know if it's going to go through or not. There's a lot of, moving parts, and plans seem to change from day to day.
Show-wise, do you have a favorite performance that you've ever given, or a most memorable?
Well, there's a lot, but the first one that comes to mind when you said that was probably the last time we did a headlining show in London. We had a sold-out crowd. I forget the name of the venue. Man, that crowd was pretty special. They do this thing over there that they don't really do here. When you play in the U.S., the crowd will sing your song back to you a lot of the times. But there, they also sing a bass line or guitar line, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like whatever it is, they'll do that too, and I love that so much.
Let me ask you about the analog gear and the analog equipment, the old school like tape recorders and music from classic technology that you guys use in the imagery. Coming up with that, was that you? Was that him?
It's aesthetics, really, and like a way to present our music. Certainly nothing that hasn't been done before. I mean, like, the ideas were inspired by how David Bowie did Ziggy Stardust or the Beatles did Sgt. Pepper. You just create this fictional narrative surrounding your music, and it's just another layer of entertainment for the people who care to dive into it, really.
Have you been going in on any old records that you liked? Have you found, like, you know what, I got to get in this mode, I got to get in this mood? Has there been a record that's been your soundtrack to the Rona?
There's this band from Oklahoma City called the Starlight Mints. One of my favorite records, but I've been revisiting that. Pop, Baroque chamber music. It's really, really interesting, really cool.
What's the feeling you get when you listen to that? Where are you trying to go?
Oh, man, for that record in particular is quite an emotional journey. It goes from everywhere to, like, sit back and chill to, like, get up and, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Starlight Mints, put it on your playlist, right?
Oh, yeah, that's great band.
I feel like if you're the artist, or if you're the information, or if you're the moment for people in a moment, it makes you sort of unforgettable. I think about, unfortunately, 9/11, how music then hit us. If you think about the year 1969, you think about Woodstock and Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, and say Lollapalooza, a time in your life, and those are places that you can go to with music.
Absolutely. For me, music is about moments. That's why I fell in love with music in the first place, I think, because it's always this 3-minute window of when the world sort of goes away and you just get to exist in that moment. And performing is like that for me as well. When you're on stage, that hour that you're up there, all of your problems and worries, they just disappear, and you get to just live in that moment for an hour. And it's this weird therapeutic thing that I've always really appreciated, but in this moment that we're living in now, come to really miss it and realize how much I need to have that in my life. Hoping we get that back soon.
What a pleasure, Dallon, to talk to you and find out what's going on. Danielle?
We've started playing Leave Me Alone on 91X, and as much as I enjoyed Choke, I'm going to say that I enjoy Leave Me Alone. It's a little bit better.
So do I.
Yeah!
I appreciate that, though. Thank you very much. I can't say enough how important what you guys do is for someone like me and for our band. It's greatly appreciated, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and thank you very much. I really do.
Please keep putting out the positive music, because I know that your music just makes everybody dance and be happy. So thank you to you and Ryan for everything you guys do.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can have him here with us next time, and hopefully when this is all done, we can come play another show.
Yeah.
Woo!